Cheers, my thrifting friends. Okay, we are out on another chilly day here in New England. This has been our first week of proper freezing cold weather, like winter jacket, freezing cold weather. So yeah, we even had our fireplace going yesterday. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we even had our fireplace going yesterday. It's freezing. So I didn't even really want to leave the house today, but I'm not gonna lie. I had thrifting FOMO. Yeah, fear of missing out on all the good stuff. I don't know. I just I hate it when I get that, but I had nothing else to do, so let's go thrifting, right? I don't even know what I'm looking for. The usual, hoping to find some really new, modern, cool stuff. Some beautiful vintage things would be cool. Still on the hunt for my quilt, and anything vintage Victorian Christmas would be amazing. So let's go inside and see what they got. Hopefully some good stuff. Fingers crossed. I really love finding vintage kitchen stuff, and this heavy duty meat grinder was amazing. I really love it. They use these things for a lot of different kitchen jobs. I watch a lot of vintage cooking channels, and boy, this thing got used a lot in the day. Very cool. I think it was $12.99. Pricey. They know what they have. Too bad. I did leave it. This tablecloth cover was extremely 90s. Very nostalgic. I thought it was super cute. I love picking up candle holders, but I never get them with the spikes in them because most people use LED candles now. So I did skip those. These fish were cute, but not in season. So I skipped those. And then I was looking at these lanterns, but they were extremely low quality. So we skipped those because I'm always looking for Christmas decor. Even at this late date, if it's a really nice item, you can still sell it. Heartfelt welcome for family, friends, and neighbors. That's cute. All right, I sell a lot of galvanized trays for sure. It's a modern item that I sell, but at $3.99, this one had a lot of damage on it. Yeah, and it looked like it was from like the Dollar Tree. They're the lowest absolute quality. I try to pick up ones from like Hobby Lobby or TJ Maxx. So those are not the best quality. We left that behind. I'm always peeking in the boxes just to make sure there isn't anything amazing. This was cute. This was like a cookie, like if you were going to make a Toll House cookie kind of cake. Very cute. All right, here's another good vintage item. This was a wooden nutcracker bowl. I recognized it right away. Very colonial, very interesting. All right, I'm in the like knickknacks pottery shelf area, and I'm always having really good luck with pottery in this Goodwill. In this particular area, there's a lot of pottery studios in the area, so they end up getting a lot of donations from students and artists. But I'm looking for like a certain kind of color and glaze. I tend to do really well with the very light blues. This was sweet. But I did not see anything on this shelf. This was absolutely beautiful, but I think it was meant to be like a trivet, and it wasn't flat. It had a really very noticeable wave in it. Okay, I don't know if I made a mistake leaving all this Wedgwood behind. This little pedestal was $9.99. I mean, I did find them online, but I don't know. They didn't seem like they were in the best condition. I don't know. I've never had good luck reselling Wedgwood myself. I don't know if it's because it's the color of it. It's very specific. It's hard to incorporate it into like a neutral decor or a casual decor. It seems very formal. So yeah, I did leave it all behind. I mean, it was priced okay. It wasn't super cheap, but it was priced okay for resale if you have good luck with it. I think it would have been a great online item, but not for me. Okay, I did not leave these behind. These are perfect. I was stunned to find these. Oh my God, I love finding old vintage Stoneware. I love it. And really, $14.99, that's a very fair price for this. I love the vintage condition. It's totally fine. These are extremely popular in my area for decor, farmhouse, primitives, That's a very popular theme, so I definitely grabbed those. Owls are also very popular in my area. I'm not sure why, but this was priced a little high, but I still grabbed it because I know that a lot of people collect owls and they're a very popular item, so I definitely grabbed it. All right, on an end cap. I can usually find good stuff on end caps. This I just really liked for the brown transferware lace look of it. It's obviously a do-it-yourself upscale. It's a teapot or coffee pot. It's missing its top, and it had a bunch of flowers in it. But I really liked the brown transferware pattern. These angels were so sweet. I did end up grabbing these. They're already in my Christmas decor. I cleaned them up really well. They were $3 each. They're definitely vintage. And I already did them as I featured them in one of my shorts. If you watch my shorts, this was a pick and style short. And yeah, these look really pretty where I put them in my house for Christmas. Very pretty. All right, these I debated. I did find them online. They were $3 each here at the store. They don't sell for a lot online. Not popular. Again, they're very, formal, and a lot of people decorate very casual. So this wouldn't really go with a lot of people's decor. So I did leave them. A little too formal for what sells in my area. But these candle sconce holders, these will sell, and at $3 each, that's an excellent deal. They had two of them, which is perfect. A lot of people would definitely want these in a pair for each end of a table or each end of a mantle, so I grabbed them. I absolutely love them. Okay, this is the cutest little thing. I absolutely had to have it. It's the most unusual thing I've seen in a while, and yeah, it's a little covered porcelain dish. I just love it. Little container. It was just the most whimsical thing. This was very practical. I ordinarily wouldn't grab brown pottery, but because it had its cover, it makes it very practical. So I grabbed both of those pieces. They're definitely cute. All right, we're not done with cooking. Look at this Madeline tray. This is perfect. This silicone tray. Okay, well, this is going to be the next thing John and I cook together. I can't wait to give this one a try. I've had Madeline trays in the past, but they've been metal, they've been rusty. They're no good. So this silicone one is going to be amazing. All right, more pottery. I think this was meant to be a set, but I'm not sure that the little cups didn't all match each other. And they look like they're by the same artist, but not maybe a set. So I left the cups behind, but I was definitely interested in the pitcher, and I grabbed that. These cows were kind of cute. I don't know. They were a little too cute. That's why I left them behind. Plus, they were each priced at like $2.99 or $3.99, too high. So I did find them online, but yeah, they were just a little, they would have had to been more rustic to do well in my store. Like an authentic farmhouse rustic look would have done really well, but not this cutesy kind of cartoonish thing. What are these? I could not figure out what these were. And this brand, this back stamp looks very Eastern European, like maybe Ukrainian or Russian or something like that. I just couldn't figure out what their purpose was. I didn't know what their purpose was. So, but they were very, very pretty. Each one was a little bit different with different colored butterflies on them. And I thought they were very, very sweet, very feminine and pretty. I just didn't know what they were. Okay, well, I am done shopping. Let's get to the haul. Cheers, thrifting friends. Okay, well, I am back home from my shopping trip. Mina's right here. From my shopping trip to the Goodwill in Amherst. That's where I was. And I picked up a lot of cool stuff. I picked up some old stoneware, and I also picked up some Christmas things. So I am dressed, feeling very festive, and I have my cardinal mug, which I absolutely love. I'm waiting for John to come home from work. Today is my day off, and he's promised me that he's going to help me decorate the front door. We're only a few days away from Thanksgiving, so it's time to decorate the front door with the Christmas. I already have Christmas out everywhere else around here. You can see I've got my Santa right there. We've got Christmas everywhere. I don't put up a tree. I used to years ago. We don't put up a tree. But I definitely put out a lot of beautiful vintage glass. I fill them with baubles, and I'm going to show you some baubles that I picked up. So without any further delay, let's get right into my haul. All right, let's start off with the Christmas things. So I grabbed, listen, this was just out there. It's tarnished a little bit, so I'm going to have to give it a little bit of a wipe down. But I guess this is the trend this year, the whole TikTok Ralph Lauren Christmas. I think that's hilarious. So I just was looking through my Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So I did see that was definitely trending. So I'm kind of already decorated a little bit like that. I've got plaid going on. I love brass. So this I am going to use on my front door. I'm going to hang this on top of my wreath. So I'm going to actually use this today. This was, I think this was $3. Yeah, so this French horn was $3. It's perfect for the Christmas season. It's perfect for, I guess, the trend this year being Ralph Lauren Christmas. So I feel really lucky I grabbed that. So let me put that down. And then I did grab a couple of boxes of baubles, all in my colors. I love a cranberry / pinkish Christmas. So I first grabbed, this was only $1 because one of them was broken. So yeah, these are a beautiful pink color. And then these were also pink. Now these were $3.99, but I think they marked them up because they were bigger and they had a lot of glitter on them. So those are very pretty, very Victorian in my opinion. I absolutely love them. And then I also grabbed this box. Now this is definitely in my wheelhouse. This one was $3.99 as well. I think the price is right on the front. So this is that beautiful cranberry color. I absolutely love it. This is going to look awesome in one of my my bowls over here that I'm going to decorate. I love these. I think they're so pretty. I think these are going to look really good together, all kind of put together in a bowl. So I'll show you guys how I style these, but yes, I grabbed 3 boxes of Christmas baubles. All right, so I did grab some cooking stuff for John and I. I know you guys have been giving us amazing feedback on our little cooking segments that we're including as one of the regular things of our videos. It's something we do together in life all the time. So we figured why not just record it? You guys really seem to enjoy it. We definitely spend more than one Sunday cooking. In the summertime, John spends a lot of time cooking like barbecue. He makes his own barbecue sauce, and we'll often do quite a few pieces of meat on the smoker to last the whole week, and it's lovely. And then in the wintertime, him and I spend quite a few days either making a lovely Sunday dinner from soup to nuts for ourselves or baking around the holidays. So that being said, I spotted this Madeleine pastry pan, only this one is silicone, which I love because I have had my fair share of Madeleine pans, and without fail, even the traditional older ones, they always rust, and then the newer ones that have the nonstick coating, sometimes that flakes off. I don't know. I mean, I prefer using ceramic pans or stainless steel. That's what we cook in. We have ceramic and stainless steel. We don't have anything else. We don't have nonstick pans. We don't use nonstick pans. So I don't like buying baking nonstick pans either because I do see them flake out. But these silicone ones look perfect. So this is a Madeleine tray, and we are going to make Madeleines. So look for that in an upcoming episode. Definitely stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't and you love the cooking segments and you want to find out when we do make these. But anyway, this pan was $3.99. It's a really nice high quality silicone Madeleine, little Madeleine cake pan. We got that. And then this one's going to be our challenge. This one I absolutely cannot wait to try. This is a Linzer cookie set. So I found this for $2. It comes with all the different inserts. Comes with the cookie, the main cookie round, and then the little hole punch that you use to punch out the top. So yeah, we can't wait to try that. It's got a little recipe on the side, but we'll probably look something up. But there you go. That's what the Linzer cookies look like. We love Linzer cookies. We'll try to find a really lovely filling to make them with, and then you put powdered sugar on top. So look for that too. That'll be in an upcoming episode. We'll make a batch of these for gifts for friends and family and a few for ourselves. So this will be fun to try. I cannot wait. All right, and then staying in the kitchen for one more piece, you guys, I got lucky again. The La Cruzette angels are blessing me because I've never found so many pieces recently. I looked at this and just thought, oh, it's an ordinary teapot. But then I kind of looked at it and I said, no, this looks really high quality. It's this part right here, the whistling part. I was like, no, this is really nice. This looks really high quality. So I just picked it up. I looked at it and I was like, oh my God. It's La Cruzette. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, just please give me grace and you can correct me in the comments. But sorry, that's my dogs. It's probably a squirrel outside. Plus, they want me to walk them. As soon as I'm done doing this, we're going to go for a nice long walk. But it was $4. Just sitting right there. $4. La Cruzette. I am so thrilled. I can't believe it. And it's my favorite color, green. So if you've been watching my videos, a few videos back, I found a nice cast iron green, same brand. I hope it's La Cruzette, La Cruzette, La Cruzette. I found the same, very similar color to this in a beautiful, large, round trivet, a cast iron trivet. So wow, in the last month, I've added 2 pieces to my favorite kitchen brand collection, and for a dime, for nothing. I think that's amazing. Okay, and then for some beautiful vintage stoneware pottery. I cannot believe my luck that I found 2 really beautiful jugs. They were both, they were $14.99. I definitely paid up for them. I didn't have any coupon and it wasn't senior day. So it is what it is, but I could not leave them behind. They are stunning, beautiful. And I usually sell these for around $25, sometimes $29, depending on the size and the condition. This one is absolutely stunning. I really love this one. These are very farmhouse, very primitive. I know those are 2 different styles of decorating, but people who decorate in those styles will gravitate towards these vintage stoneware jugs. Whether you're going the farmhouse route or you're really into primitives, it appeals to both groups of people. So I definitely grabbed this. I know I can definitely sell this. It's absolutely stunning. So I got this one, this color, and then they had another one, which is just the plain. I think this is called like a salt water glaze. It's just a plain. And these aren't perfect. These are older. Like that one's got like a little hole in it that actually looks like that's part of how the pottery was actually made. So I'm not mad at that. And it's got some just beautiful texture to it. Both of the bottoms look very similar. Neither one is marked. They're just plain, but these weigh a ton. And definitely these were used in the day before refrigeration. These were used to keep milk, freshly, from a cow, fresh milk, to keep it cold, because these are very cold. Sometimes they would fill these up with fresh milk and then immerse them up to here in water to keep them even colder. They were used to hold distilled spirits, of course, and vinegars, sometimes even just water, just to have water in the house when we used to have wells that were not in the house. So yeah, these are amazing. Again, I know I can sell these fairly quickly, and they appeal to quite a few people with lots of different decor styles. So I'll have these in the store as soon as possible. Okay, and then another piece that is just like super vintage, very, again, this is kind of like a farmhouse primitive situation. This is like it's got a measuring grid inside. I think this is probably just used for like general cooking, general transfers of water, cooking. It's an enamel, It's an enamel pitcher, and these things are very, very popular. Very popular. People use these in hutches all the time for decor. You know, it's not in the best condition. It's got definitely, but everybody loves that kind of stuff, kind of rusty and dusty. So I definitely grabbed this. It has a lot of appeal for a lot of different decorating styles, and it's very practical. It's a practical piece that was actually probably well used in a farm situation. Things like this used to just hang like by outdoor wells. So people would keep these right by an outdoor well, and they would use them to like literally wash their hands. They'd fill this up and then they'd use it to like wash their hands or their face outside. So that's what farm life was all about. So I'm sure this has a story. I'm sure it came from some kind of rural farm type situation, and it saw a lot of work every day, but now it's probably just going to be somebody's decor, but that's totally fine. All right, so they had a couple things in their metal department that I grabbed. Two things really. They had this trivet, this owl trivet, which I thought was super cute. It's got the little feet on it on the back. Yeah, this really super cute owl trivet. Sometimes people just purchase these to actually hang up. Sometimes people use them in their intended purpose as a trivet for a hot plate or something like that. But it's really cute. I really like it. It's very whimsical, and if you collect owls, it would definitely appeal to somebody like that. And then I got two matching kind of candle sconce stands. Yeah, these were only $2.99 each, which I thought was an awesome deal. And I got two black ones that are matching. I think they're so elegant. I love symmetry. I can totally see these on a mantle, like my mantle up here, you know, on each side of a mantle. I can see them on each side of a really long table, either indoors with a candle burning or especially outdoors. If in the summertime you have a really long entertaining table, maybe by a pool with your candles going. Oh, I can think of a million different wonderful ways to use something like these. But yeah, I'm going to put these out now. I think that they could easily be used any time of year, indoors or outdoors. They're pretty neutral, flexible. They're a great style, and hopefully somebody sees these and thinks that's exactly what I need for my table. All right, so I picked up 3 pieces of pottery, and as I've said before, this Goodwill is in an area where there's a lot of freelance pottery studios and pottery sellers. So a lot of these pieces end up, you know, at the Goodwill from various people that either took a class or artists that, you know, maybe tried it, or they just want to liquidate their inventory, so they donate. Who knows? But I always find a good amount of pottery when I'm up in the Amherst area. So this first piece was $4.99. This is a really heavy, beautiful pitcher. I love the glaze on this. It's a really nice kind of grayish blue. Yeah, I paid, I think $4.99 for this. Yeah, $4.99. I think it is signed by the artist. It's just a nice piece of studio pottery. But yeah, so I figured this would be a really cute piece for someone to put flowers in, or just to have in their bookcase. But it's really heavy, high quality, really nice piece. So I grabbed that. And then I grabbed, put that down. I just grabbed this little bowl. This one was also $3.99. This one is signed by the person who made it. And I just really loved the texture. I thought, ooh, this is a really cool piece of pottery. I love that texture. I can totally see somebody displaying this on like a little nightstand table. They could put all their little things that they use maybe at night, you know, like little things of Vaseline or little chapsticks, or maybe even their ear pods if they listen to something, you know, before falling to sleep. But anyway, I thought this was a really beautiful little catch-all piece of pottery in a great glaze. Nice design. And then the last piece I got was, I usually don't buy brown. I know my thing. I say, if it's brown, put it down. But I changed my mind on this one. I really liked it. It was, this I think was $3.99. Yeah, this was $3.99. I got it because it had the top. So it had a really functional purpose to it. If it was just an open piece of pottery without the top, I would not have grabbed it. I didn't even take the tape off of it yet. But because it had its cover, that makes it like a very useful, practical thing. So I can picture somebody Yeah, this is really pretty inside. Yeah, just plain and pretty. I can picture somebody using this for like maybe their tea bags, you know, right by their little coffee station or where they keep their water kettle. I can picture somebody, you know, maybe putting some Q-tips in this, maybe for like a powder room or like a masculine type bathroom. But anyway, I thought it was a great little piece of pottery, so I grabbed it. It's got a lot of uses. Can't wait to bring it to the store. Okay, the last two pieces I got were just glassware, and I absolutely love this. This was $3.99, and it's a carnival glass pitcher, flower vase, I should say. It's a beautiful vase. I have one, but mine is very, very small. It's about half the size. So this would definitely be a much larger piece for me to have. So I'm definitely going to keep this and I'm going to store it away with my amber glass. So come fall, my future self is going to unpack this and just be thrilled with, oh my God, I forgot that I got this, and that I'm going to have it for my fall flowers. Hopefully John grows me lots of zinnias that I can put in here. And then my last little piece is just this cute little whimsical jar. I absolutely love it. I'm going to put this in my white kitchen shelf. I didn't even take the tape off of this either. And this looks like a little orange blossom to me. I'm trying to get the tape off without breaking anything. There we go. Boy, I always take a risk doing this, like right as I'm filming. I definitely don't pre-pull these things. I should, right? Anyway, this looks like some kind of orange or tangerine, right? And then the flowers are the little handles. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Like a little, I think it's an orange or a tangerine little bowl. And then the top of it is just the leaf. I think it's so adorable. I don't know what it is about this, but it feels so precious to me and so pretty. And for it being so delicate, it didn't have any cracks. It didn't have any flaws. I looked really hard on it and I just thought, wow, what a pretty little delicate piece to put on my kitchen shelves. And I'll find something to put in there. I don't know. I'll find something. I already have a bunch of sugar things. I don't need anything else. I actually have I have powdered honey too, which I use, but I already have a little thing for that. But anyway, that's okay. Something will come to mind. I know what I'll put in here. Maybe I'll put in here a little bit of powdered milk, because sometimes I use that in my coffee. It's a great way to get calcium if you're 60 or over like me. Yeah, to get a little more calcium in your diet, if you don't want to always take the chews or whatever, you can use powdered milk in your coffee. It's a really good source of calcium. But anyway, enough about that. I think this is really sweet. I can't wait to put it in my kitchen shelf. Hi, you guys. All right, so today we're going to show you how we're spending our Sunday afternoon, the usual baking. And because it's Christmas, we're going to make a big batch of Rugelach. I usually pronounce things all wrong. So we're going to make Rugelach, and we're using Ina Garten's recipe. You can find it online, but we're not going to do apricot. We're going to do this one. We're going to do strawberry. I know we should probably use our own jam, but for baking this one, we're going to use the Smucker's strawberry, and that's going to be the filling. And you're supposed to mix it with walnuts. So I found these. You're supposed to put brown sugar in with the walnuts, but I found these sweet maple walnuts. So we're going to use these combined with some leftover walnuts that we have. And then we're going to make the dough. So the way the recipe goes is you make the dough and then you cut it into quarters and then you refrigerate it. I don't know why you have to refrigerate it, but you do.
Well, some people, they actually go all the way through and form up the cookies and then refrigerate them before baking them.
Oh, okay.
So this is just doing it a little different.
But why do you have to refrigerate it?
It has something to do with the cream cheese in the dough.
The cream cheese in the dough. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys are familiar, or have you ever made a dough with cream cheese, but Rugelach is a very heavy cream cheese dough. Yeah. They're not playing. We're making a double recipe, so you need 16 ounces of cream cheese. That's a lot of cream cheese. All this has to be room temperature as well. So this has been, this big block and these two have been out since we got up this morning at 5 because, you know, we never sleep late. So we're going to make the dough first. Then we're going to refrigerate it. Then we're going to take our dogs for a nice long walk because they're ready to go. And when we come back from that, we're going to finish the recipe up. And we'll show you, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. I don't know if we'll try both, but the way you actually either roll them or how you make the cookie, there's a couple different variations. But anyway, let's get started on the dough so that we can get it in the refrigerator and have some cookies hopefully by the end of the day. All right, so here's a little bit of the recipe that I am using. Again, it's from Ina Garten. So we're doubling it. So the first step is to cream the cream cheese and butter. And then you add the sugar. So John is going to cut up that cream cheese and butter. And then I'm going to cream it in my mixing bowl here with the sugar. So that's the first step. All right, change of plan. As John said, our butter and cheese, they're soft, but not quite soft enough. So he said that required us to step up our horsepower. And we actually have 2 of these KitchenAids, you guys. We're definitely foodies, you can tell. So this is the smaller one that we have. I don't display it out on my countertop. We do have it in a cabinet, but yeah, this is what you need to get this job done. All right, let's keep going. All right, we're doubling our recipe, so you need half a cup of sugar. All right, we have the cheese and butter pretty well creamed. So next step, and we have the sugar already added, so that's all together. So now you have to add your vanilla. So I just want to make sure you guys saw, we're using a vanilla extract called Villa Vanilla. And it's pure Mexican vanilla extract. It is worth it for you guys to make an investment into some real vanilla. Don't use the imitation if you don't have to. I mean, of course, anything tastes amazing, but we find that using an actual vanilla extract is definitely best. So we're going to add that, and we're going to add the salt, and then we're going to be ready to put the flour in. We are ready to add the flour. That's the final stage of this dough, and then it's going to go in the fridge. Well, technically we have to roll it out like just in a ball and then cut it up and wrap it. But okay, here we go with the flour. right, you guys, so our dough is done. It is, it's a sticky dough. It's not like a super easy cookie dough. And the reason is because it has all the butter in it, all the cheese in it. So this is what makes Rugelach and delicious. Lots of cheese and stuff like that. So she's, but it's okay. Don't let it scare you off. Do not, because, you know, full transparency. We started off with a hand mixer. And then we realized that's not the best idea. So then we're into it with this mixer. Now,
we did double the batch.
I was going to say, understand our volume of dough here is going to be a lot. We're doubling the batch because we want a fair amount for ourselves. And then we want plenty to give away. Because I thrifted some cookie tins, which I'm going to show you guys. So, yeah.
And when you're home and not on camera, you're probably just going to rip this off with your hands.
Right. I know, right? But anyway, definitely, you know, don't let it scare you. If you don't have a stand mixer, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You might have to do it in smaller batches, but to make a really big batch like what we're doing, you should be using a stand mixer. So anyway, we're going to do as the instructions say. We're going to turn this out onto a floured surface and form it into a ball and wrap it up for the fridge. While we're waiting for our batches of Rugelach to cook, we wanted to circle back with you on our homemade grape juice. So if you've been with it, yeah, you can say it again.
You don't like saying it.
I don't like saying it.
It's grape compote.
Okay, come on over. So it's been, okay, I'm going to have you open that. It's really hard to open. It's been, I'm going to say, maybe 2 or 3 months. So if you've been with us. Okay, thank you, baby. Mm-hmm. We just put it in a really big glass jar. You can go back a bunch of videos. Just look for the word KOMPOT in the title. If you search that on our channel, you'll find it. But anyway, I just wanted to give you like a serving, kind of like a holiday serving suggestion. We're going to have some right now and we're going to try it. But I have this beautiful crystal pitcher. So I'm just going to ladle some out into the pitcher. So you guys can see kind of like what it would look like if you wanted to just serve it with, this is the perfect little dessert to have it with. So it's really not that concentrated. You can see it's just this beautiful kind of cranberry color. It's really pretty. So yeah, we got this and we're going to serve it in some little glasses for ourselves and see how it tastes. All right, well, here's a batch that just came out of the oven. They look absolutely delicious. We've got some really pretty grape juice, homemade, ready to go. And we are putting in our second batch.
I'm just preforming them a little bit because we cut them a little bit narrow, thinking that would be nice, but they tended to topple over. So I'm just trying to get them a little bit more of a lay down cookie.
And it's okay no matter how they come out because
as long as they taste good.
They taste good. You're making them for yourself and for your family. And if you look at images of them online, they are made in so many shapes. Lots of people just cook them like this. They just leave them as pinwheels and they cook them on the flat way. And then there's a lot of them out there that are sitting upright like that, and you can see how they cook. Some of them go over, some of them stay upright. It doesn't matter. They're just meant to be lovely little spirals of deliciousness. But yeah, and the dough is just amazing. They taste like the most buttery, really rich kind of croissant. They're a lovely little snack. We're going to enjoy one each of these as soon as they're cooled down. And we'll have at least a couple of tins to fill up and give them away as gifts. All right, let's egg wash these and get them in the oven. All right, it's time for our little taste test. They look absolutely delicious. That looks lovely. Now, this is not alcoholic. This is just a homemade grape juice. You obviously can add your own mixers if you would like. This would probably go really nice, I would say, with a vodka.
Question mark.
John would have a better suggestion, probably. I think vodka would be perfect with it. If you wanted to make a cocktail, that's totally cool. Ready? Okay. Lovely. Oh, this is lovely. I can't wait to try it. Oh, it's nice. It's super mellow.
Yeah, it's very mild.
It's mild but lovely. You know what this reminds me of? If you've ever had like elderflower, even though this is grape, this tastes like a really mild, lovely elderflower. Oh, I love it. Oh, you guys, you got to try it. So we didn't grow these grapes. We bought them at an organic farm. They were on there. Same way we made the jam. We bought them bags. They were like $1. They were seconds. Yeah.
They're ready to go.
Ready to go. But man, they make a beautiful homemade juice. Not too sweet either.
Well, a lot of really good wines are made by grapes that let mature on the vine.
All right. So we're ready to try this. You go first. All right, let me get mine. Okay.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Definitely try these for your family. They are so good. I'll probably pack some up in the holiday cookie tins, and they'll be ready for gift giving.